There have been a number of issues that have obviously come up through these leaks, but what do you think has been the most damning revelation?
I'm often asked this question: what is the most single damning revelation? What is the thing that is easily capturable? The single event, the single personality, the single mass killing. But that is not the real story of this material. The real story of this material is that it's war. It's one damn thing after another. It is the continuous small events, the continuous deaths of children, insurgents, allied forces, the maimed people. Search for the word amputation in this material, or amputee, and there are dozens and dozens of references. So this is the story of the war since 2004. And like most of the accidents that occur on the road are as a result of cars, not of buses, most of the deaths in this war are as a result of the everyday squalor of war, not the big incidences. That said, of course, there are reports with high kill counts in this material. When we publish material, what we say is the document as we describe it is true. We publish CIA reports all the time that are legitimate CIA reports. That doesn't mean the CIA is telling the truth. Similarly, with this material, there is reporting from military units of various kinds in Afghanistan, reporting from US embassies across the world about matters relevant to Afghanistan, reporting from informers in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Those are legitimate reports. It doesn't mean that the contents are true. We're familiar with groups whose abuse we expose, attempting to criticize the messenger to distract from the power of the message. And we don't see any difference in the White House's response to this case to the other groups that we have exposed. We have tried hard to make sure that this material does not put innocents at harm. All the material is over 7 months old, so is of no current operational consequence, even though it may be of very significant investigative consequence. It is up to a court to decide clearly whether something is in the end a crime. That said, prima facie, there does appear to be evidence of war crimes in this material. An example is the Task Force 373 HIMARS missile strike on a house which killed 7 children. Well, we would like to see this material, the revelations that this material gives, be taken seriously, investigated by governments, and new policies put in place as a result, if not prosecutions of those people who have committed abuses. But this, if you like, is the beginning, the end, and the middle. This is the whole context, with some exceptions, of the Afghan war. And if anything can give us some kind of intellectual understanding, surely this is it. Whether it engages people emotionally is another matter. I mean, to some degree, that is the task of good journalism, is to turn this raw material, who, when, where, how many, into something that emotionally engages people who can apply levers on decision making. It's clear that it will shape an understanding of what the past 6 years of war has been like, and that the course of the war needs to change. The manner in which it needs to change is not yet clear.